Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video, as you can see, we are here in Tiki. Oh my goodness. On the submarine, which I'll be talking about later in this video. Look at this beauty. Work in progress still. But guys, believe it or not, Blox Fruits made another blog, boys. Okay, and this one's actually like another important one, like my last video. All right, go check that out if you haven't already. So yeah, enough wasting time. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys, the Blox Bulletin number 11. All right, so to start things off, we have this dude, really chill, really chill. He's just happy, man. He's sailing throughout the sea, nothing too much here. So yeah. All right, June 20th, 2025, the Blox Bulletin, sunken civilizations, lurking fish, and much more. Here we go, boys. Ocean Exploration, The Long-Awaited Journey by Moakoa Shellspine. The chief of the Tiki outpost has departed with some citizens to the submerged island that once connected to the Tiki outpost. The other passengers and I were told to put on blindfolds to prevent us from knowing the route to the island. After a short while, we were allowed to remove our blindfolds, only to find a view before us to be nothing short of extraordinary. What was revealed was an impressive island swallowed by both the ocean and time. Ancient ruins, towering walls, coral-covered relics, and a sacred pond that seemed to carry special fish. So a pond underwater? Interesting, okay. However, the most shocking part was that the island was occupied. Tribes of fishermen, along with what seemed to be dangerous figures in robes, lurked on the island. The chief was in utter disbelief at the fact there is somewhat of a civilization here. What does this mean for the island and the people above the surface? Come back later as we continue to explore the island and sniff out more leads to what it has to offer. Alright, so I'm assuming this is the chief. Weird how they were covered in blindfolds. Okay. This is definitely looking like Tiki, and this is a submarine. Oh my goodness, boys. So definitely something is happening with the submarine. We got he's a little mad, and then he has a fishing rod. Okay, weird. And then these weird, mysterious figures in these rows. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So definitely something is happening with the submarine and this mysterious underground island. But yeah, the fact that they said a sacred pond, carrying special fish or whatever, that's crazy. It might be, a fishing update soon. Wow, would you look at that? Gone fishing from the developer team. Fishing is making its way to the world of Blox Fruits. Fishing is a new gameplay system that brings a life skill profession to the game, offering players a more immersive and relaxing way to engage with the game beyond just PvP and combat grinding. Fishing will be available to all players alike. You will be able to learn fishing by your respective trainers in each sea of the game. So, how does fishing work exactly? Roughly 30 new fish are being introduced in this update, with certain species appearing more often around specific islands, depending on the rod and bait you might use. So, keep an eye out for which bait will help you find what you are looking for. However, it might just be too hard to catch certain fish, so we recommend increasing your fishing skill. Every player will have the ability to level up their fishing skill to the max level of 100. Your level increases solely based on each fish caught. The more fish you catch, the more efficient you become at catching future and more powerful fish. We are so excited to release this mechanic in the next update and can't wait to see what everyone does with it. So, once the update drops, grab your rod and start fishing. Not just for bragging rights, but to also get a head start on crafting consumables too. Oh my goodness, man. I like the fishing design. Okay, Wow. But more specifically, I like how it's available to all players. So no matter what sea you're in, if you're a C1, if you're a noob, you can, fish. So yeah. And rod and bait, I hope for a fact though that this game just doesn't turn into fish. The game that died or whatever. I hope that doesn't happen. And level 100, okay, taking it down a notch, okay. and of course, increase skill. But crafting consumables is crazy, all right? So it could literally be anything. But yeah. Out with the ugly, in with the drip by Flaming Watkins. The world is evolving, and so is the world of fashion surrounding it. Let's be honest. Who is wearing some of these old school pieces? It is time for a change. Some of our top design minds here at Physio Style are preparing a brand new lineup of expressive, high quality gear for the new generation. Not only can they express their main character energy in a fashionable way, but we are also introducing a new line of accent gear that doesn't have to replace your main centerpiece of an accessory. So whether you are clinging to your classic cloak or rocking something bold and new, this extra gear gives you the power to level up your fashion and survivability out there. Okay, so basically, okay, he's styling it for him or whatever. Oh, okay, cool. So basically, what I'm getting from this is that they are adding like a new cosmetic or something to the game, but not changing the actual damage or like skill set of the item. For example, like if it's pilot helmet, or any other item that you want to wear, like the scarf or whatever to see, or the pilot helmet to run faster, something to look better, I guess. But it doesn't take away the ability. Creation Fruit has unlocked new layers by Sertet Thornside. Is the Creation Fruit not everything you thought it would be? Do you wonder if it could have been more? Well, you are in luck. Across the seas, more creation users are finding inventive ways to push its potential. It was fun for a while to design things, but now functionality has been achieved. Conveyor floors to get to places quicker, trampolines to reach higher ground, drivable cars that can scale walls, decorative trees, and even funny trapdoors. The new hidden abilities seem to almost have it all. What does this mean for the rest of the world? Well, one thing is for sure, this fruit can't get any more ridiculous. Wow, okay, I really like the design of this. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so basically they're telling us that creation is gonna get a buff, wow, okay, another buff is kind of crazy. But if it's gonna be something worth it, then we'll just let it play out. So yeah. Alright, and I say the best thing for last, so have your say, community poll inside by the admin team. Okay, so bro is making a potion now. Okay. Yup, if you haven't guessed by now, potions are coming to Blox Fruits. You'll be able to craft them using ingredients you find in the wild. Drinking these potions will offer some interesting effects. However, we want your ideas. Submit your most useful or silliest potion concept in the form below, and there is a chance it could be added to the game. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Blox Fruits potion pool. Potions are coming as one of the mechanics being added in the next update. What are some fun, wacky, or serious potion ideas you have in mind? Alright, crazy. Football gamer. Potion name. And then we got an effect. Alright, let's make it something like Potion of Resistance. Or, I don't know, Amplified Resistance? Potion effect, reduced damage from players when PvPing and NPCs. Alright, there we go, boys. I just had to think of something. I think that might get added, who knows. And I can't wait to just, get in the submarine and drive it or whatever. Anyways, what do you guys think about this update? Just huge stuff, man. I honestly don't know what to say, man. I'm at a loss of words right now. So much is being added. Potions, fishing, you name it, man. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this update? Comment down below. And before I end, shout out to Red Chest Ninja for donating, He wanted me, to put him in the video. So here's a clip. Yo, my goodness, thank you so much, Red Chest Ninja. Yo, guys, can we get a W Red Chest Ninja in the chat? Hold on, let me heart it. You guys are more important than the MM2 game. Appreciate you. But anyways, see y'all later, boys, and peace out.
That shit is so sad, put in work at that basement. I charge you double that payment. Little boy, I'm not one you can play with. I grew up in Brooklyn, left right, I keep looking.